Hey guys, welcome to Gen Next Door Podcast. I'm Jennifer Otero. I started this podcast to highlight the stories of local business owners, entrepreneurs, and creatives on how they started their businesses, advice they offer, and what they are doing to make a difference in the community. This is a safe space for like-minded people who want to be inspired and get motivated to live their dreams, all while giving back no matter how small. I'm right there with you, so let's do this. Hi, everyone. My guest today is Laura Jewett. She is the owner and realtor at Inspired Living Real Estate Collective. She not only helps you find a wonderful home, but she's also committed to giving back through her philanthropic program called Operation Give Back and features some local owners on her website. So you should all go check it out. I'll link it below. Hi, Laura. Thanks for giving me an hour of your time. And I'm really excited to learn more about you and what you do.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. So let's get started with more about you. Can you tell me a little bit about your childhood, where you grew up, and what you wanted to be when you were younger?
I am a native Arizonan, so I've been here my entire life. Absolutely love Arizona. I always knew that I wanted to own my own business. Even as a young child, I always had like these crazy ideas for businesses and would try to sell things and make things and had all these crazy ideas. Always knew that I wanted my own business.
Did you do like a little lemonade stand?
Oh, I did everything. Yeah, I did, painted rocks. I made inventions. I charged admission to my playhouse and started a club. I had all sorts of crazy ideas.
And then you majored in marketing and entrepreneurship at U of A.
I did.
What made you decide on both of them?
So it was obviously always business school, but I did like the marketing side of things and, what engages people to purchase or to engage in services. And then entrepreneurship, obviously that just aligned with my childhood dreams of just having my own business. So
that's different than real estate, or is it kind of connecting all? Like, why did you decide to do real estate instead of marketing?
So real estate, I met my husband the summer before my senior year in college. And at the time he was getting his real estate license. So as soon as I graduated, it just seemed, natural to, I was in school mode. So why not just start real estate classes, and also got my license. I was doing event planning for the Fiesta Bowl at the time. Was working full time, got my license. And then once I, kind of left the Fiesta Bowl, I never looked back from my real estate career. So it just kind of naturally progressed from, kind of that introduction with my husband doing it. But yeah, never looked back. So I'm entering my 22nd year of.
Wow. You're also a certified holistic coach. That's really cool. What do you do with that? And how'd you get into that?
I was going to say, so my passions are real estate, and then also health and wellness and well-being. So it was just something that has always interested me. And I got the certification just more for my own knowledge, to increase my own knowledge. But also I think I integrate my wellness philosophies into even my business. I'm green certified as well in real estate. I think real estate is a lifestyle. It's more about than just selling somebody a house. It's a whole lifestyle. So I think I integrate, kind of my philosophies about well-being into my real estate career. But yeah, I am passionate about wellness and healthy living.
I love that. I don't really hear that much. I have a lot of different passions and I'm like, where do I go? But I mean, I could try to put them all together and do something like that.
There, it as crazy as it seems, there's always a way to kind of integrate all of your passions into one.
Yeah. So you're a realtor. Can you tell me the difference between a realtor, real estate agent, and broker?
So realtors, we subscribe to a certain code of ethics and are just held to a higher standard of client care and professionalism, I would say is kind of the biggest difference. So, I think that is the barriers to entry into the real estate field are pretty low. So I think a lot of people have misconceptions about what a career in real estate looks like, and that they can just do it part-time or, do a deal here or there for a family member and, make some easy money. There's definitely no easy money in real estate. It is a full-time career that really should be treated and looked at as a full-time career. There's so much information that changes on, even a daily basis in this industry. So I think, finding, maintaining that true professionalism in the industry is important.
I was kind of researching before this and I'm like, okay, this is kind of a lot. Like, what were the first steps you took as a realtor? Like, was it fairly easy? What did you need to do? Or what licenses did you need to get?
Yeah. So, initially you get, you have to do your initial licensing for the real estate and pass the real estate exam. So that's really the only mandatory thing that you need to get a license for real estate. Beyond that, I love learning. I love education. I love knowing more about my industry. So I'm constantly getting more certifications and more education just to better serve my clients and be a better resource for them. So there's so many opportunities in this industry to really grow and learn. And if you like to specialize in certain things, there's so many opportunities to do that. But as far as what I did right when I got into the business, it's, letting everybody know that you're in the industry and just kind of staying in front of people and I think serving people well is the best advice I can give because then you become referable. If you do a good job for somebody, they're going to refer you to their family and friends. And that's kind of how you grow your business organically and sustainably, in my opinion. All these, get rich quick schemes. There's so many companies out there that are like, oh, we'll give you leads and internet leads and internet, pay for Facebook ads and that kind of thing. Just to me, it doesn't seem sustainable. And it's not quite the kind of business that I like to work with. I like embracing people for their whole life journey, not just the home purchase or sale. So
what is your mission for Inspired Living Collective?
Basically to service people throughout their entire journey beyond the home purchase or sale. So and to inspire people throughout that process. So really just to be a resource, not only in the home sale and purchase, but throughout their life journey.
So was that right when you started real estate? Is that when you started that, or was that later on?
So it's we're constantly growing and evolving. I was blessed to find a assistant of almost 2 years ago now. And that changed my career because it really allowed me to develop a lot of these ideas for how I wanted to serve my clients that I just didn't have time to do before. So I've really been able to, a lot of these programs and our Operation Give Back program and our community outreach programs, all of these have really developed over the last couple of years. Now that I've had time to not just focus on the day-to-day things that have to be done to run the business, but to really wrap our arms around our community and do all the, initiate all these things that have been in my brain for years and years. So it's been awesome.
So what were there any obstacles you had to face in the beginning or throughout the journey? Yeah.
I mean, like through, any new business and you're learning and growing and, it's, I was really blessed to have great clients. And, again, I have a passion for learning. So I'm also very patient and even tempered. So I'm a problem solver. So I was able to really get a reputation for being able to handle transactions that a lot of agents weren't able to or weren't able to do effectively to serve my clients better. So my business grew fast. But again, like until I got that the help that I needed, I wasn't able to kind of, maintain the contact with all of my past clients and then again, start these programs to really impact and have a bigger impact on the community.
So was it like growing too fast for you and it was just too much for one person?
Yeah. I mean, it was too much to do all the things that you need to do. Like I could service my clients in the moment, but then like I was lacking in the post-closing services or staying in touch to maintain those relationships. So it's definitely been amazing.
That's a good problem to have.
yeah, it is.
So you created your team of all women. Was that on accident or did you do that on purpose? Because on your website, there's just pictures of all women, which is great.
All my beautiful team. Yes. They are amazing. I don't think it wasn't intentional. But I do love inspiring other women to be successful. And we like to support other women owned businesses. We obviously support all of our community, but we do definitely like to focus in on some of the women-owned businesses and, to try and focus and be a part of their success.
I love that. So what are the types of houses that you sell and in what range?
Being 100% referral based agent, I am the whole gamut. I'm obviously a native Arizonan, so I know the Valley very, very well.
Yeah.
And even as it's grown, so we service pretty much the entire Valley, and really any price range. We are here to support our clients. So a client selling a $200,000 house, it will be treated the same as somebody selling a $2 million house. We really are here to support the individual's goals.
Speaking of the Valley growing, how have you seen it grown?
Oh, it's
and what
crazy.
Do you see that's different?
It's so crazy. I mean, like, yeah, from when I was little, and the first house that my husband and I lived in was like literally there was nothing there when I was growing up. So it's just crazy to see how everything has grown and spread. But on the same token, I think that Arizona has done a good job of it. And I feel like our transportation system and everything has grown with it, which I know a lot of cities struggle with. So
every day I see like something being constructed and new apartments
everywhere. Yes, we do have a bit of a housing shortage. So,
yeah. So there are many other realtors out there. How do you compete with all of them? What makes you different?
There's enough business for everybody. I think I definitely like to take a collaborative approach and support other realtors in this industry, other professionals in this industry, and work together. I do my thing, and I'm not the right agent for everybody. And just like another agent's not the right agent for everybody either. So I like to attract clients that are inspired by how we do business. And again, there's enough business for everybody.
Yeah, there's enough people.
Yeah, there's enough people.
How has technology changed the industry?
Well, obviously consumers have so much access to information now. So, information that used to only be accessible to realtors is now easily accessible to them. And there's so many more avenues of communication, but which, is good and bad. So, I still think we feel the power of, the human interaction is still very important, which is why we try and integrate our events that we do just to say thank you to our client base and our partners and our charity partners, and again, a way to interact with them, beyond the transaction, to say hi and have some fun. And then we also like to, kind of go old school. We do handwritten notes and, different things like that, just to keep that human interaction a little bit more alive. Because it's easy to get away from it with text and email and social and all that. So what
other kind of marketing do you do? Any like SEO, blogging?
So we do some blogging. I'm trying to get better at my social media, just to stay connected that way too. Our primary, we like to have like I said, our special events that we do throughout the year as a thank you to our community, our charity partners, our clients, our friends, our family. So it's nice to call and say, hey, you want to come to a movie event? Or, hey, do you want to come to this or that? Versus like, hey, do you have anybody you know who wants to buy or sell a house? It's fun to be able to celebrate with our people versus just always business.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
So, so what's like the biggest problem that you see in real estate that you wish would improve?
I think we kind of touched on it before. It's just that there's such a low barrier to entry that sometimes the professionalism of we kind of get a bad rap, kind of ranked up there with used car salesmen because of some bad players in the industry that just aren't professionals. But that's in every industry.
Yeah.
There's always bad players. So, but I think making it so easy to get into the industry and then kind of the misconceptions about what our industry is and how hard and how much work it is, I think kind of it can impact or have a negative impact on our professionalism or our others' view of our professionalism.
What has been the most rewarding part of your journey so far?
Definitely the people I've met and the relationships I've developed, and just them entrusting me with generally what's their largest purchase. I'm truly honored and humbled by, them bringing me into the fold of, that process. So I definitely have to say that's the most rewarding thing about this industry.
What's the hardest part of your day?
Oh, goodness. Just the fact that there's not enough time in the day. so much to do. I wish, I like everybody else. So it's prioritizing and just making the most of every moment. But yeah, it's just so many things that I want to do and accomplish. I wish we had more hours in the day to do it all.
Did like the 20 years go by so fast?
Like a blink of the eye. Yeah. Blink of the eye. I have two boys that are 10 and 13. So that was a big chunk of that time. And that time, total blur. So
time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun. And that's, I think that's important though, too, because we do have fun in the industry. And I think that's important. Anything, again, being something bigger than just ourselves, of trying to wrap in the community with what we do.
I don't know. Maybe I kind of think about it as like a business. Just you go into work and you sell something like a salesperson. But I don't know. This seems like fun, actually.
Yeah. No, it's and I don't consider myself a salesperson. I'm definitely more of a consultant. I guide people through their journey and I, help them navigate. And I'm always there to point out the pros and cons and definitely never selling them on a product. It's, guiding them to make the right fit. Is this the right fit for where you're trying to go in your life journey?
Yeah, it's more like about building a relationship and meeting people.
100%. Yeah.
So what should people think about when they want to sell a home?
I think a lot of times people don't reach out to their agent or realtor until like they literally want to list the house like next week. I think involving your agent much earlier in the process is fantastic. I love to be part of that process of how do we maximize the sale for you? How do we maximize the profit, the time on market, all of those things to make this the most beneficial outcome for you? So a lot of that needs to happen well in advance of listing the home. How do we best prepare the home for sale? Like what are easy fixes to maximize profits? How do we stage the home or organize the home to make it the most appealing on the market? So there's a lot of things. So I think, just involving your agent earlier in the process, not right before you want to sell.
I wouldn't have thought about that, how a lot of things have to come into play before you even leave. Because you're trying to make a profit too.
Yes. Yep. If you're going to sell your home, we wanted to do it, obviously to maximize your profits.
So what advice would you give to people who want to buy a home at this time? So
we're definitely in a transitioning market right now, but our market is always changing. Like
Yeah.
There's never a time that our market isn't changing. So it shouldn't be intimidating for buyers. Obviously, we're dealing with higher interest rates right now, but when I say higher, I should say normal. We're dealing with normal interest rates right now. Everybody kind of got lulled into that. Oh, 2 and 3% is normal. It's not normal.
Yeah.
It's never been normal. So I think just changing the mindset and just knowing that our market is always changing, always. There's never a time when it's not changing. So just understanding what those changes are and how they impact you. But again, talking to your realtor to kind of determine what your goals are and how to best meet those goals in your timeline. So yeah, don't be intimidated or scared by what you're hearing in the media, because the media likes to scare people. So just knowing your facts and talking to a professional that can help you, guide you through that.
Yeah, the media is always saying it's never a good time.
Yeah, exactly. The sky is falling.
And then also, like, can't you change interest rates later? Like,
exactly. Absolutely. So you can refinance almost, I can't even remember a loan that has a prepayment penalty anymore. So there's always an opportunity to refinance. And a lot of lenders right now, and especially my lender partners that I work with, are offering basically free refinances because they understand that it's a challenge for buyers that were have been looking for the last year or two, unsure of the market then, so held off, and now are dealing with the higher interest rates and lower buying power. So there's definitely opportunities out there. And again, that's something that a professional can definitely guide you through to knowing how to deal with that.
And would you say people should go find a home or stay in their apartments? Because apartment prices is expensive too.
Rents have gone up. It is, and again, it's every individual situation is different. So we really look at everything that's going on in your life. What are your goals? What are your plans? Are you going to be moving soon? Are you, is work stable? Are you going to be having to transfer? There's so many different aspects of it. And we actually have another program through Home Partners of America that is a rent to buy program that's unlike any other that I've ever seen. So you can literally pick the house that meets certain criteria, of course, that you want to live in, that's on the market. They buy it and you rent it from them. And then you have the option to purchase that home at any point during the next 5 years at a fixed price. And you have a fixed rent price for those 5 years as well. It's an amazing program. So that you can definitely find all that information on our website as well. But so there's so many different options that we have. We have, if somebody needs to sell quickly, we have cash offer available. We have literally a program for every scenario. So it's, again, just really determining what the goals of each individual are, and then finding a program or a solution that matches their goals.
Oh, wow. I actually might have to check that out for myself. I really want to buy a house because I like to decorate and I want to have a whole garden and stuff, but
love it. Yes, I love the garden. Good job.
So do you have any mentors or people you look up to?
So I follow the Michael Maher. The 7 Levels of Communication is kind of my guidebook of how a lot of the things that I operate and do in my business. So I definitely want to do a shout out to them. They're an amazing group. Their philosophies of doing basic business based on love and generosity are amazing. And that's really, it speaks to to the heart of how I like to run my business. So have definitely integrated a lot of their teachings into our services.
I love that. I want to own my own business someday. And that's kind of where I want to do too, help the community. And then
if you're doing something that you love and you're doing it from the right place in your heart, you'll be successful.
So it seems like this industry is always go, go, go. What motivates you to keep going?
I have a crazy work ethic. I just, I have a hard time stopping working. But but I think just, my boys, my family, they're my world. So it's, just being able to support them. My boys both have an interest in our industry. We do we literally do everything real estate. We have our own rental portfolio. We have vacation rentals. We have a building division. My husband buys houses at trustee sale, foreclosure properties. He has a hard money company. I mean, you name it. We do rehabs, remodel houses, like you name it. Like we do everything real estate.
Wow.
So it's, obviously we want that family legacy, and somebody's going to have to take care of our rental properties when we're gone. So we're trying to teach our boys in the industry, but they've grown up in this industry. So they, we used to always have, when they were little, any house that we went into, they thought it was a potential house to purchase. So they'd be looking in closets and, opening doors. And, we go to a friend's house and we're like, no, don't open the closets. So it was, so they've definitely grown up in the industry. So it's been fun to kind of watch their journey too. And, how their interest is peaking and how we can integrate their interests into the business.
No wonder it's a lot.
Yeah.
You have like all the different areas of real estate. It's just more than selling it. I would want to do fix and flip or something.
It is.
That seems fun.
It is fun. It's challenging, especially right now because, everybody's so busy. It tends to be a little bit like babysitting sometimes. So, just making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing and on time, because it's that chain effect. If somebody doesn't show up to do this thing, then, the three things that happen after that can happen. A lot of problem solving. So it is very time consuming, but it is definitely fun to see the end product. The before and afters are always, of course. I mean, that's why everybody loves watching HGTV is for the before and afters. So
I love those.
Everybody does. So it is. So from a personal perspective, to how that self-gratification, like, oh, I did this, and to see how it turns out, it is pretty amazing.
Okay, so let's talk about your charity program, Operation Give Back. What charities do you focus on and why those specifically?
So our Operation Give Back, again, it's always been in my brain to start this program, but again, just didn't have the time to kind of initiate everything. So I've been supporting Arizona Helping Hands for years. They are they support foster families. I also am a foster care review board member. So I, on the state side of things, I volunteer my time to help the courts with the whole.
Oh my God. What cases. Do you not do? That's awesome.
And that's like, again, I wish there was more hours in the day to do more, but like giving back to the community and having an impact on others' lives there's always time for that. Like I'll find time for that. Mm-hmm. Even if I'm up at 3 a.m, which is pretty frequent, I will find time to do it. So, but they're an amazing organization that supports foster families by eliminating a lot of the barriers for people to be in foster or to help or to be a foster family. So providing beds and, just a birthday package for the kids, for lockers to keep their stuff in. Because these kids are, a lot of times being transferred from home to home to home and don't lose their personal identity of having anything that belongs to them. So they're an amazing organization. And we actually just interviewed the CEO and one of the directors of community outreach a couple of days ago. So that will be posted on our website soon. Mm-hmm. And with all of our charity partners, we have interviews with the directors or somebody that's involved with the organization on our site. So you can learn more about them and what they need and how you can help. But all of the charities that we've picked have a close place in my heart. Mm-hmm. They speak to me, and I think they're doing an amazing job in our community. So that's why we selected them. Our second one is Maggie's Place. And that kind of goes hand in hand with foster. They support homeless moms. With enrichment programs to help them be good moms and get on their feet and to be self-sufficient. So to me, there's no better solution to a problem than preventing it in the first place.
Yeah.
So if you can prevent these kiddos from ever having to enter the foster system by supporting the moms in their journey, it's a win-win. So
That's awesome.
they are such a cool organization, like such a cool organization. So love, love, love them. The other one, our two newest ones are the Joy Bus Diner. The Joy Bus Diner, such an amazing story with how that one got started. But check it out on our website. I won't go through the whole story now, but basically they support, they have a diner, and all of the proceeds from the diner support their program to provide healthy meals to cancer patients that are fighting cancer alone. I unfortunately lost my mother to cancer. She had a long journey from basically when I was 9 years old, and she passed away when I was 20. And just having had that be such a huge part of my childhood, I get teary. But like what they're doing for cancer patients is truly, truly special. So it's not just a healthy meal; it's the companionship, and just knowing that somebody in the community cares is such a huge part in somebody's healing journey. So can't even say, such a cool organization too. And then our fourth one is Arizona Pet Project. And they, again, they're unlike any other, they're so not typical from any other pet organization in the Valley. So what they do is they support families that are in crisis, that maybe have to, give up their pet or lose their pet because of some circumstance in their life. And they help keep those pets with their families. So whatever barriers that are preventing them or causing them to have to lose their pet, they help them fix those problems, so that the families aren't enduring yet one more trauma of having to lose, possibly their best friend. So just, again, such cool organizations that have such passionate people running them that are doing so much for a community. And we love them all.
I love all of those. In the future, I do think that I want to be a foster parent. I mean, I have a lot of empathy for others. So when I see people struggling and suffering, it's like, it kind of hits me, and I don't want kids to be without parents. And
100%. And there are so many ways to help that don't, require you to be necessarily a foster parent, which obviously is a huge commitment. But there's so many different avenues. And again, foster
like volunteering.
Yes. Arizona Helping Hands. In our interview, we talked about all of the different ways of that they need help. There's so many little things that we can all do. And if we all think, oh, well, that doesn't matter. I can only do one day and maybe ever, but it makes a difference. So I think if all of us just kind of made more of an effort to even just the little things, if you find something on sale, diapers are on sale, and, or you get find something on closeout, that's on their wish list, grab it. So it's just little things that make a big difference.
Yeah. And like, if you change somebody's life, just one person, that's one person better in the world. So
100%.
So what do you read or watch to stay informed or for fun?
Oh, goodness. So, of course, I subscribe to several services to get market updates and all the latest stats to stay, in the know with, what's going on in our market to best serve our clients. I get fun wise, it's, whatever my kids want, so we usually have a series or something that we're watching together. Of course, like everybody, I think we just finished Stranger Things. And
I love it.
So,
it was so good.
Yeah. We took them to see the Minions movie last night. So it's, I just, whatever I can do to be with my family is, and we love spending time outdoors. We love the beach. The beach is my happy place. So we like to travel and be outdoors and camping and on the boat and those kind of things. So
I've never been camping. I want to.
Oh gosh. So we grew up, and not many people know this, but my nickname since I was 2 years old was Woody, because we went camping all the time growing up. And I loved it. Like, I would get to the campsite and organize it. And,
oh my God.
It just, so we grew up camping and I absolutely love it. Got to do it.
Yeah, I really want to. I want to do it somewhere where it's like really green nature.
amazing. Like everybody thinks of, Arizona as a desert. And I think that's what is so amazing about Arizona is how diverse it is, that literally in a couple hours you can be on a creek and it's green and beautiful. And
you just go up north a little bit.
Yeah, up north, or, there's so many opportunities to, and some amazing places.
Do you listen to any podcasts?
Unfortunately I don't. So I catch up usually talk radio and news when I'm in the car. But I do want to start listening to more podcasts, because I do spend quite a bit of time in the car.
Yeah.
So I do want to start listening to more podcasts and, but typically it's like I'm catching up on the news and then
well, there's like podcasts for news, like
that's
a little bit about everything.
Yeah, that is true.
And you can do it when it's easy to do it anywhere at any time, even with when you're doing something, maybe like if you work out or whatever.
Working out doesn't seem to make it into the timeline as often as I need it to, but I'm trying harder. Yoga is my favorite.
Oh, I like yoga. Yeah. So what's something you want to leave the listeners with? Information about your projects, inspirational words?
I think definitely check out our website. I would love for everybody to check out our charity partners. We also feature local community businesses that are amazing, that some of these companies that you would never even realize existed, just really cool local. And again, we will interview. If you have a small local business, we'd love to interview you. We'd love to spotlight you. We love to support you. We have a local community website where you can post coupons, in exchange for reviews. So we do everything we can to really support our community. I would just encourage you to check out our website. Of course, real estate is our business. We are, I'm not too proud to say, very good at what we do. We'd love you to read our reviews about our clients, what they've had to say about us. But we really are here to support people in general. So if there's something that we can help you with, if we can give you a referral for services, we're here. We're here to support. We're here to help, whatever your needs may be.
We already talked a little bit about this, but what do you love about Arizona? Like what specific local business or location?
So definitely check out our local spotlights on our website, but like some of the favorites that we've come across, Stark's Candle Company, she makes like amazing candles, and they're all unique, and you can have her basically make a candle in any sort of container that you have. So you can really make it special to, for occasion, that kind of thing. Sip Coffee and Beer is super awesome. They have a couple of different locations that are really fun, great vibe. The Aesthetic, they have a local shop here they have just the coolest stuff. Like if you're looking for that unique gift or home decor item, they just have some really cool stuff, and they're cool. The owners are super cool. Sweet Basil, I don't know if you've ever been there, but I love kitchen gadgets. It's kind of one of my weaknesses. Like I may never use them, but I'm like addicted to kitchen gadgets. So they have such cool stuff there, but they also do cooking classes. Ooh. And they're so much fun. Like it's so much fun. It's like a group atmosphere. They actually also do one that's kind of like that Chopped, where I think, maybe this one Chopped, but the basic like competition stuff. So they have like team building and just worth checking out. They're super cool.
Oh, I might check that out. I can't. Yes. I don't cook at all, so
they have like
might help me.
One, but they have like a sushi class, so you can make your own sushi at home. So they have all these different themed ones. They do cookies, and so that you can actually do it's like a cookie exchange. So you go to this cookie class and you come home with all your Christmas cookies. They like the owner there again is like amazing, so super sweet. And it's a really, really fun place. And then El Bosco Pizza is another one. Their pizza is like to die for, the wood-fired pizza. Again, like check out our website. There's so many like places. And again, just like getting to know like the owners of how cool they are.
Yeah.
It's just, and then it just makes you appreciate the company so much more, but in all the work that they're doing to make a difference in our communities as well. So
that's awesome. I am going to check all of those out. Well, thanks for talking to me.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining me for this week's episode with Laura Jewett. I love talking to her about the real estate world, her work ethic, and her love for helping others. Such a kind human. If you like this episode, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and follow wherever you hear podcasts so you can listen to future episodes. I'm Jennifer. Thanks for listening.